last video, as you know, I present to you my resources and ICT exam, and I hope that my teacher love it. But in today's video, I am going to present to you my school organization final exam. And like in the last video, we don't have any time to lose. Let's get started. In this first exercise, I am going to let you know what are the principal aspects of the current law that we have in Spain that make reference to the organization. In relation to the organization of teaching and lifelong learning, some clarifications are added to ensure continuity, coordination, and cohesion between the two. This makes it easier for students to change from primary education to the secondary one. Educational administration should encourage educational centers to establish measure of flexibility in organization of areas, teachings, etc. So schools can organize the subjects, timelines, and other things, obviously following some rules like they want, and students and family will feel more comfortable. In order to facilitate the transition between the primary education and ESO, in the organization of the latter, students of the first and the second year of ESO will only take a maximum of one more subject of those who have had in the last cycle of primary education. This will make the adaptation to the first part of the compulsory education to the other more easier. Also, this helps the interaction between the two parts. A new wording is offered in which the three previously existing cycles are recovered, which will be oriented to the development of the students' competencies and may be organized in areas. The change from 2 to 3 cycles will give more chances on socialization among peers. The so-called curricular diversification programs are recovered, which allow the modification of the curriculum starting in the third year of ESO for students who cannot be promoted to the third year. This will make the course easier for students that it mentioned, but also it will affect the timetable organization. The law insists in the need of taking into account the digital change that is taking place in our societies and that necessarily affect educational activity. Schools must organize the methodology of their subjects, including digital tools, activities, and more. It established that the centers may adopt educational programs, experiments, forms of organization, work plan, coexistence rules or extension of the school calendar or of the school timetable or areas or subjects. The school has the independence of adapting their center to the students and organize themselves following some rule like they were considered will be oriented to the development of the students' competencies. This affects completely the organization of schools, not only for timetables but also for introducing more unqualified teachers. It's established that the programming of the network of centers must ensure the existence of public places in all areas that are established. It adopts a gender equality approach through coeducation. Coeducation is crucial and schools must have it present in all aspects of the center. If I were a principal of a school, I would include some aspects related to coexistence that nowadays are really needed, especially for some families that don't see them with the importance that they have. The first point that I want to include is zero racism in the school, in which all my students will feel equal regardless of where they come from, the color of their skin, or the religion they practice. This is included in the connection beyond the classroom because this is a value that the students must develop during their lives. But also, it is included in the teacher-student connection because it's the teacher who teaches the students this value. The next point that I will include is coeducation in the school. Without regard to gender, students must be treated with equality. Teachers should create an awareness of equality. This point is included in connection with peers because the students must develop between them. It is included in teacher-student connection because it's the teacher who is in charge of giving this value to students. And also is included in connection beyond the classroom because the students must develop throughout their lives. Another point will be the inclusion of mediation as a means of problem resolution. Teachers must teach students how to resolve problems using the dialogue. So mediation is a good way to teach it. It is included in connection with peers because students must develop in a cooperative way. But also it is included in teacher-student connection. Respect the identity of each student. Every student can feel whatever they want and nobody can judge it. Teachers must teach it and inculcate this value. This is included in connection beyond the classroom because this is a value that students have to use and develop during their whole lives. But in this, again, this is included in teacher-student connection and connection with peers. Eliminate any kind of oppression to LGBTIQ plus students. These students mustn't feel any difference between them and other students who don't belong to it. This is included in connection with peers because students must respect their colleagues, and this can be only done in a cooperative way. But this must be included in connection beyond the classroom. I think that my leadership style is transformational, and these points reflect it perfectly. Honestly, I think that I deserve a 7. During this course, I think that I have made a big evolution in my work. Also, I believe that I have made a great job doing this video. The most crucial idea that I have learned in this course is organizational relationships. Of course, in this course I have learned a lot of new things that before I never imagined that they exist. For example, organizational relationships. During the video process, I have learned many things, not only about the content of the course and the theoretical elements of this video. I hope that you have enjoyed so much as me doing this video, and see you next week. Bye!